Everyone. Today we are going to learn about environmental management. If you're like me, you know that what your preferred day looks like. Weather-wise, of course, sunny, rainy, cold, etc. Personally, I prefer a cold day with clouds around. We know that weather has something to do with how hot or cold it is outside. But there is lot more to it, just like temperature. So be ready with your different equipment for different conditions we use going to learn about weather and climate. Let's start with big and basic question. What is weather? Atmospheric conditions at a specific time at a particular place are referred to as weather. Though the atmosphere is same on the earth, the weather is not same everywhere. There are many factors that change the weather at certain area. Together, they determine the type of weather. The weather is constantly changing. It is like you ask your one of your friends for a movie, but at a particular moment when you are going to movie, the friend may say, "No, I don't have time to do good for the movie. I have some other work to be done." So it's like your friend. The weather of a place can change rapidly, like your friend. It may be bright and sunny with the clear sky in the morning, while in the evening it may be covered with dark clouds. It may start to rain in the morning, but in the afternoon it may be bright and sunny. The weather of a particular place depends on temperature, humidity, atmospheric pressure, sunlight, cloud cover, rainfall, and visibility. There are many more factors which influence the weather, but we are just going to concentrate on this. Let us go for temperature. Temperature is the extent of hotness or coldness of a place. The earth gets heated up by the sun. As the sun reaches the earth, the land, the seas, the ocean, and everything around the earth gets heated up and warm the atmosphere. So the temperature of the atmosphere rises. This warming of the atmosphere rises the temperature. Moisture or water vapor is always present in the air. Concentration of water vapor present in the air is called humidity, which causes us to sweat and reduce the temperature of the body from outside heat. While in Mumbai, being near to the coast, it is observed that we sweat a lot. Whereas when you go to the inner parts of the state, it is observed like in cities like Pune, you will not sweat, but your skin will start to burn. So that's the basic difference the weather of Pune and weather of Mumbai brings about. The amount of moisture in the air rises when the sun's heat convert the water from the oceans, seas and rivers into water vapor. This is the reason that coastal areas get more rainfall than places away from the coast. Recent example is the storm Ampan in the West Bengal. Now let's just go for other example of factors affecting the weather, that is atmospheric pressure. Air pressure is the weight of air as experienced from all direction on land. When air heats up, it rises and creates an area of low pressure on the earth's surface. The surrounding cool air moves into replace. The surrounding cool air moves into replace the air which is at low pressure, and this cold air comes from the area where the pressure is high. So you can see over here, due to low pressure, the heated air moves up. Since the heated air moves up, there is low pressure created over here, and the cool air from the land comes to the low pressure area, thus cooling the part. This movement of air from high pressure area to low pressure area causes winds. The wind is sometimes a pleasant breeze, at the other times it can be very strong and can cause a storm of a hurricane. Let us go for climate. We have seen what is weather. Let us go for climate. Climate is the weather condition of the area over a long period of time. The climate of a place depends on its average yearly or monthly temperature, like on the average what it is the temperature of the particular month. Example, in Mumbai, past 2 years the temperature around the summer is around 34 degrees Celsius. It indicates that climate of Mumbai for month of May. It also depends on average amount of rainfall or snow. Climate influences the type of food people grow or eat. Like during rainy season, rice is sown, and during winter, wheat is sown and harvested during summer season. It also influences the type of clothes they wear. Like in Middle East countries, they wear light color clothes which is very thin. Whereas in tundra region or the cold region, they wear dark and woolen clothes. In rainy season, it is observed that the people wear clothes which are made up of plastic, which can avoid the water coming out and making them wet. Thus, you can see that the climate influences the types of clothes, the types of food, and the types of crops that are being sown also. The types of houses that the people live in is also influenced by climate. Like if you go to northern countries, it is observed that they use houses which are resistant to cold, whereas in in the middle countries like India, they use houses which are more resistant to heat other than cold. The types of plants that can grow and live in the region. Example, thorny plants live thorny plants like cactus and water storing animals like camels live in desert, whereas green plants which can live in rainforest. Also, shrubs and animals like deer and lions which can live in grasslands. So this implies that climate also influences the type of flora and fauna found in a particular region. Now we have seen about climate and weather. What are those? Now it becomes very important for us to come to know how will this climate and weather impact our day-to-day life. Like now we are facing summer. So after some days there will be winter. There will be winter and there will be rainy season. So we should come to know when will the rain come, when will the summer comes, and when will some disaster is approaching the land. So to avoid all these things, there is something called as a meteorological department set up for us. So while studying the weather of a certain region, various factors are studied before having to be taken into consideration. These factors are observed by the weather department, which is called as observatory. These observatories are equipped with modern machinery and appliances for predicting future weather forecast. Analysis of previous air with the previous weather has to be done. For example, what the forecast will be in the future. Current rain properties with reference to previous rain properties has to be studied. But when changes in weather are complicated, interdependent, and rapid, it becomes difficult to predict the changes. Here is where the meteorology comes. The components of air like wind, clouds, natural cycles like carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle, oxygen, water cycle, and geographic movements and weather are interrelated. The science that studies the interrelationship between the various components of air, natural cycles, geographic movements of the earth, and climate is called meteorology. It predicts storm, lightning, and thunder, rainfall, cloud cover, etc., based on the factors causing them. This depend upon the study of factors causing this climate, weather, and forecast are made. Such kind of weather forecast are useful for farmers, fisheries, and aviation. For farmers, it is very important to know when will be the rainy season and when will be the winter, so that they can accommodate, they can sow their seeds, and when they can harvest the food. For in fisheries, it becomes very important because the fishermen come to know that when they have to go to the water, because during the rainy season they can't enter the water, and also during hurricanes or storms they can't enter the water, it becomes dangerous for them. So over here meteorology comes in. Similarly for aviation, it becomes very important as the storms in the sky can cause damage to the aeroplanes and risking the lives of the people. And also for common people, so we come to know that when do we have to buy a raincoat or a sweater. Now, the World Meteorological Organization was established by the United Nations Organization on 23rd March 1950. This organization plays an important role in food security, water management, transport, and communication. The Indian Meteorological Department consists of study of all components of Indian weather. It was established in 1875 by the British in Shimla. Its main office is in Pune and regional office is in Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, Nagpur and Delhi. Maps showing weather condition every day are prepared every 2 times a day. It uses state of the art satellite and radar system so that it can predict the weathers. Recently, it predicted the weather of the coming of Amphan storm, cyclonic storm in West Bengal. So it made people to get ready for the storm so that they may not face the unwanted consequences because of it. Now let us go for a very important topic in India, that is monsoon model and climate prediction. Monsoon plays a very important role in India as the most of the agriculture farming is in India is dependent on monsoon. Therefore, prediction of when will the monsoon come is very important for us. Various models are made to provide climatic changes in the forecast. In India, it was the first Indian Meteorological Department was established by H.F. Blandford after the famine of 1877. He started predicting the weather for the first time, taking the snowfall in the Himalayas as a parameter for his predictions. So he used to use snowfall in the Himalayas for predicting his weather. Now after that, in 1930s, there was Sir Gilbert Walker who underlined the relationship between various worldwide climate factors and Indian monsoon, taking into consideration the various climatic factors in the world and comparing it with Indian monsoon. He predicted the Indian monsoon. Then there was very important, very the first the initiation which was done by Dr. Vasantrao Gowarikar in the decade of 1990 to 2002. He took upon 16 worldwide climatic parameters. So this model was used from 1990 to 2002 by Dr. Vasantrao Gowarikar. Currently, there are three types of model of monsoon prediction. The first is mathematical model, the second is holistic model and statistical model. In mathematical model, as the name suggests, the mathematical data of various countries have been taken in, and using that and using the currents in the sea and also the oceans, the atmospheric pressure, the temperature of the area, using those all factors, the mathematical model is made, and based on it the prediction of weather is done. So numerical weather prediction uses mathematical model of the atmosphere and ocean to predict the weather based on current condition. If the condition is favorable for rainy season, if a particular weather, temperature, air pressure and the wind is in particular in a area is satisfying the mathematical model, so it predicts that it will be rainy in that place. In holistic model, in this model, predictions are based upon those parameters used in other models which have the greatest effect on monsoon. Nowadays, prediction declared by IMD are the collective outcomes of various models. This is called holistic model. They use various models from around the world to predict whether it will be rainy, it will be summer or winter, or that whether it will be storm coming to the place. Based on holistic model, it can be done. Now, statistical model. In this model, current climatic observation in a region are compared with earlier parameters such as ocean temperature, atmospheric pressure, and nature of the monsoon rainfall of several years. This data is comparatively analyzed by statistical methods, and predictions are made about the monsoon in the present condition. So, a statistical data of several years is collected, and based on it, whether monsoon will be present or no, it is stated using statistical model. Let us watch a small video on
weather and climate. An evening of heavy spring rains is on its way with gusty winds of moderate intensity. A cold front will bring down the maximum air temperatures, although the minimum will be the same. This can produce storms in the mountains. What is the weather? How are clouds and storms formed? The answer is found in the atmosphere.
Yes, here in the atmosphere. Atmosphere. Do you know what that is? The atmosphere is a layer of air surrounding the Earth. It allows all living things to breathe, regulates the planet's temperature, and protects it from particles and radiation from the sun and from outer space.
All phenomena that determine weather conditions occur in the atmosphere. Clouds, Rain, winds, storms, and hurricanes are formed in the atmosphere. But how do they occur? All atmospheric phenomena are originated by the sun. The sun influences all weather elements such as temperature, humidity, and atmospheric pressure. Temperature is the amount of heat or cold in the atmosphere. It changes throughout the day, seasons, and regions according to the position of the Earth relative to the sun. Humidity is the amount of water in the atmosphere evaporated by the heat of the sun. Have you heard of the water cycle?
Mine! Humidity and temperature in the atmosphere are responsible for the formation of clouds and rain. I'll tell you more about the water cycle in The Magic of Water.
Atmospheric pressure is the weight of air over the Earth's surface. Air has weight. We live at the bottom of an ocean of air. The more air above us, the greater the pressure. Pressure changes with altitude and temperature. Warm air is lightweight and goes up, and is replaced by cold air, which is heavier and goes down. This movement of air masses produces winds.
Temperature, humidity, and atmospheric pressure are some of the weather elements, although there are more, such as cloud coverage, rainfall, and wind.
Weather and climate are not the same thing. Weather describes the conditions of the atmosphere at a particular time and place. Here and now, the weather is cloudy and rainy. What's the weather like where you live? Climate, however, describes the weather of a region over a longer period of time. The weather and other factors, such as landforms, the proximity of the sea, and the distance to the equator, all influence the climate. This creates different climates on Earth, with places as diverse as the jungle of Borneo, where it rains for months, or the Atacama Desert, where 15 years can go without water.
By learning about the climate of their region, Javier and Maliko are able to know what seeds to use and what time of the year to plant them. By knowing what the weather will be tomorrow, they can decide if today is okay to save some irrigation water. Can you think of other things for which it's important to know and predict the weather? Oh, the temperature is falling. Let's condense. Let's do it! Where will we fall this time?